This is the story of a skilled and hard-working carpenter from Denmark who invented Lego. His business was almost destroyed by 3 fires and bankruptcy. But brick by brick the company rebuilds itself into one of the most powerful brands in the world. Let's see how he survives every obstacles. In 1916, during the time when electricity was not very popular, he founded his own company that made furniture such as chairs, ladders, tables, and many more. When he planned to expand his business in 1924, his children accidentally set fire to a pile of wood in the store. The fire burned throughout the whole building and the family's home. This maybe caused others to surrender. But the carpenter saw the fire as a reason to build a larger workshop. He believed that life was a gift, but it brought challenges. But years later, tragedy struck again. In 1929, the American stock market collapsed and the world sank into depression. Because of business competition and difficult financial conditions, he had to fire all his workers. He was very sad about the events, but his wife supported him and encouraged him not to give up. But unfortunately, the situation got worse. A short time later, his beloved wife passed away and now he has to take care of his 4 sons alone. On the other hand, he is determined to continue working for his children and out of respect for his beloved wife. To please his sons, he made toys out of wood left over from his work as a carpenter. His sons loved their new toys and it was there that he got the idea of making and selling wooden toys. He decided to give it a try. Fortunately, he was able to gather a lot of materials in his carpentry works that he can now use to make toys. But, even though he is very good and his works are of great quality and detail, he failed to make enough money from his new business. After some time, one of his sons began to help him with a task after returning home from school. Somehow, they maintained the production of toys, and eventually, the people in their area noticed the quality of their toys. It spread in the region that the best quality wooden toys were made in their workshop. His car models, planes, yo-yo, and animals, and his lovely pull toys earned a national fan base. His best seller, a wooden duck whose beak opens and closes when pulled. One day, a toy wholesaler from the town of Fredericia heard the news about him. The wholesaler decided to visit the carpenter at his workshop. When he saw the quality of the toys, he was really amazed. It declared a large order for him to sell toys in his store during the festivities. The carpenter was so happy that he finally had some success and now someone saw the uniqueness and high standard of the toy they were making. As a result, he restored all his former employees to work and used only the finest quality wood to make toys. They worked day and night to finish the task on time. When they were almost in the middle of completing the order, the carpenter suddenly received a letter from this wholesaler. It informed him that the wholesaler filed for bankruptcy and he could no longer continue to buy his toys. Again, the carpenter and his sons seemed to be plagued by disaster. The carpenter decided to sell the toys directly. He was not a good salesman. He did not want to praise himself or tell how carefully the toys were made. But giving up is not an option. He also sold all the toys. However, he did not earn as much as he expected. They are close to a state of being bankrupt, but they thank the Lord that they are still together and capable of celebrating Christmas Day. Until 1934, the carpenter continued to make furniture, buildings, and make and sell toys. But the toys did not sell at the speed and quantity as he expected. So he tried many different ways to boost sales, but nothing seemed to be effective. Finally, he came up with an idea. He decided to concentrate on making toys. This decision involved old Kirk Christiansen finding a new name for the company. He launched a competition with his employees. After brainstorming with his children and meditating, he chose the new name he thought of, Lego. Lego derived from the Danish words legud or play well. He did not know that in Latin it means "I put together." The new name aimed to show the children's right to enjoy the play. Lego was a hit to customers. Ole Kirk Christiansen was interested in new technologies that will benefit him. And then World War II broke out and Germany occupied Denmark. His entire factory was set on fire again. All the drawings and toy models turned to ashes. Ole had almost abandoned the idea of rebuilding the factory. The proceeds from the insurance company were not enough to rebuild a new production facility. Ole said, "I tried to understand the situation, but I had to stop for a moment and kneel before God. This is my gratitude to Him who knows all things, and it has given me peace and quiet in my mind." Again, he decided to continue for his 4 children and his 15 workers. With the bank loan and help of some relatives, he rebuilt his company and fought in the market. Gradually their company began to run smoothly. The following year, he had 40 employees. Ole wanted to create something new that challenges the toy industry. He went to Copenhagen to see the new machine which just arrived. This was a plastic molding machine. He was impressed and decided to buy it. At the same time, the British salesman gave him plastic bricks. After discussing its potential with his son, they started making plastic toys. And finally, they came up with the idea of creating Lego system toys. They changed the design of the bricks to make a variety of things. Kids could now make houses and cars out of Lego bricks with the help of their new Lego system toys. Children could now learn about their own planning and much more through it. This new initiative became a quick hit. Soon their toys began to be sold outside of Denmark. On the other hand, there were still problems with the toys. They could not be lifted properly, the parts fell easily. Gottfried wanted to find a solution to how the Lego bricks could stick together. He started experimenting with his toys and he discovered that the clutch power of cubes would be better if there were tubes inside. And now, they are no longer just bricks, but a construction system with endless possibilities. This was the beginning of the Lego toys we now know. Ole never saw how successful the piece of small bricks he had been thinking of since he died in 1958. In 1960, another fire hit the company again. And like the previous ones, Gottfried had to make the best in any situation and promised not to give up on his father's dream. Because the fire burned all of the company's wooden toy inventory, they decided to abandon the use of wood and moved on to plastic. He quickly set up the company. And this time he decided to just sell Lego system toys and nothing else. This decision changed the future of Lego forever. Like his father, he believed that only the best is good enough. Because children deserve only the best. In a year, the average production of Lego bricks is 36 billion. 1979, when the grandson of Carpenter Ole Kirk named Kjell Kirk Christiansen became the CEO of Lego Group. He was the first to earn a formal business degree in the family. He is now the third richest man in Denmark. It could not be possible without those simple bricks or the fires that almost made a family dream turn to ashes 3 times. Finally, we have built the Lego story as well. Thank you so much for watching and for your support.